Okay, Scorpio. I didn't really know what to call that general reading for YouTube, because I'm kind of like thinking really wanted to focus on what you have going on, like the future stuff. But it's really important that you understand this person's motive. So I kind of want to start with them, and then we'll move into all the excellent things that are happening for you aside from what's going on with them. Okay? Hope that's okay. So let's go ahead and move forward with the Emperor energy itself. Let's just dive right in. And like, you need to understand that this person is coming to you from a place of lack or a place of feeling scarce. Maybe if there was a third party thing, that other person dumped them, right? Or maybe they're coming to you because now they're broke and they need help, or like, I don't know what it is, but they really are putting on a strong face here. But an emperor never should be coupled with a 5 of coins, especially if they're trying to reach out to you and trying to make something happen, because you're going to see right through it. I mean, you're Scorpio, right? You see straight into people's true legitimate psyche and their true motives. So, I don't think that it's not possible for them to fool you. And yet somehow, like, there's a connection, obviously, right? 2 of coins, there's a connection. There's an entanglement here. This could be a karmic situation, karmic relationship, something that had to be resolved, had to be finished. You had to cut ties with this person, maybe. But, there's history. And I think that when this person is present in your life, they show up on your phone. I think it gets to you the way things get to a Scorpio. And I get it, like Scorpio moon, I totally get it. When you see a picture pop up on your friend's social account and they were tagged in it, it's like, oh my God, just the mention of their name, it can be kind of a big deal. So I see that you care and I see that they're still relevant, but you also worked really hard to get yourself to a place of moving into this sort of mysterious future of yours. And I think you're really excited to open yourself up to all possibilities and be like, I'm open. I'm open. I'm ready to kind of shake up my life. I'm ready to shake up my scenery. I'm tired of doing this whole cyclical thing over and over. And there could be a feeling of vindication for some of you, knowing that this person is not as well off as they would have been if they had stayed with you, or knowing if they hadn't fired you, right, that the company would be doing a lot better. I think the desperation of this person actually makes you quite sad. Like, you kind of feel sorry for them, or you feel pity even, which is kind of like such a gross feeling, like when someone feels pity for you. But I'm wondering if you do feel pity for this person. It's like, wow, that sucks, man. 5 of coins, but you've made your bed, you gotta lay in it. You got yourself to that place because of your choices. So I see Scorpio standing real strong on the outside, but on the inside, you might be a whole emotional mess. So here we have the Ace of Cups reversed, right? The choice, right? The nines. The nines, and even here we have the Hermit here, which is the number 9. They're not quite the number 10. The number 10 is sort of where it resolves. It's where you open yourself up to. So the 9s, though, is really all about you. The 9s is where you kind of hit the head of your storyline, right? This is the major climax of the story. So the choice is very real, right? 2 of coins. The choice is very real. Do you choose the 9 of cups, or do you choose the 9 of swords? Because clearly this person is known, has a history of putting you in 9 of swords spaces. There may be a feeling of trying to guilt you as well, and that's no good. That in and of itself is obviously like, don't touch that with a 10-foot pole. But you care. That's the problem. You care. So the 9 of swords feels real, and yet you are choosing the Nine of Cups, because here we have the Ten of Swords, which is your choice to relieve yourself of this pressure. Like, because you don't want to be anybody's martyr. You don't want to be a victim. Like, that is not a Scorpio vibe at all. Like Pisces, Libra, yeah, okay, right? Okay, sure. You can be the victim. Maybe even Gemini a little bit. Like, okay, we can kind of push that onto some other signs, but it's not a Scorpio thing. So you're not about to let someone have this kind of power over you, even though they kind of do. And you're so ready to feel free from all of this because you've been working so hard. You've been working so hard. And I think you've been operating in the what if, right? Ace of Cups reversed, in the Seven of Cups even, like the what if. What if they do change? What if they do change and come back to me? What would I do then? So I have a feeling that you've been playing out scenarios in your mind, right? Nine of Swords, the way that anyone can do. You play out scenarios in your mind and you come to conclusions of like, okay, well, if the person does this, then I'm going to do that. If they say this, I'm going to do it like this. And, you know, you kind of have your whole attack plan ready when they attack you, because I think it is going to come from them to you, because I know that if you don't want to poke the sleeping bear, right? You don't want to poke the sleeping bear. So you're just in a position of leaving it alone. That's all you want. You just want to leave it alone. Let it fade away. So when they reappear, it's like, oh, man, no. Card of Gemini and Scorpio coming out, although I don't see this as being you. I think you're taking on the Queen energy right now, the feminine. So what as I was saying is, you know, they're going to reach out, and when you don't respond, they're going to freak out. Like, oh my God, Scorpio's not responding, blah. People really want you. This can be multifaceted. It can be something of a job or a friend trying to reconnect. It can also be the Emperor. It could be your parents trying to get something from you, like whatever it is. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Your kids maybe even. This is multifaceted. It's multi-layered. So is the Page of Cups. So when the page here doesn't get the response they want, that is when they, you know, they put on that like freak out vibe, but really they're in a holding pattern. There's nothing they can do about it. They're in a holding pattern while you are transitioning very fast. Because you are. I think it's a day-to-day thing. Like every single day, something new comes online, some new idea comes to mind, some new work thing. You're going to implement some new program, some new romantic thing happens to show up, you know, at the bar when you're going out for drinks after work. Like, it's like one after the next, after the next, after the next. It's a lot of motion. And it can be internal motion too, like where one day you feel super sad and then the next day you're way over it and then the next day you're like, okay, I'm ready for the new thing. And so it's fast development. Now you're coming into awareness as well. Obviously, this applies to everybody involved, where things are unfolding the way they always do. But this is kind of what I'm feeling, Scorpio, you know, when you have the text messages and you can see when the other person is texting and it's like a ... That's what I'm getting. Like, people are trying to reach out to Scorpio and Scorpio is giving them the ... and like never pushing send. So I think they're getting a little antsy and getting a little frustrated at your lack of response, but you've already moved on to the next thing. You're very much in your power right now. You do have a lot of the control. You do have a lot of the say in how the dynamics unfold or how they manifest into reality. Don't squash that. That's why this yellow candle is actually very important, because when you have a healthy solar plexus chakra, right, it's spinning healthy and it's moving and energy is moving through there, you become an unstoppable person. You become unaffected and your future comes to you faster. So all these things you're trying to manifest here, they're coming at you more rapidly when this is spinning properly. Okay? Now, I know I'm kind of skipping around here a little bit, but I feel like these are all connected. 7 of Swords. Now, Knight of Swords with the, King of Swords with the Knight of Swords. This one always makes me feel a little queasy because I just know how cold it is. Like, this is the person that ghosts you. This is the person that one day they say how much they love you, and then the next day they're sleeping with someone else, and you're like, well, wait a second. How can someone do that? It's a very confusing person, and it's likely the person that caused a disappointment, a sadness, whatever. There was lying involved. I'm feeling a strong lying vibe. Now, you might not know what this is at this time. This could come out later during the Neptune oppositions, where someone lies to you. They hide something from you, or they disappear on you. It could be this person coming back, making all these promises, and then boom, cold turkey, just disappearing again. And you're like, wait, what? I don't get this. I don't get you. I don't get this whole thing. That's why you can't fall for it. You can't fall for it. You can't let it be something that you get caught up in. Focus on the things you know you can control with your energy, because unfortunately this situation is way too dependent on another person's free will, and there's nothing you can do about that. Seriously, there is absolutely nothing you can do about another person's free will, because you're trying to get it, right? You're trying to get yours. You're trying to get the money. You're trying to get the love. You're trying to get the power. You're trying to get the calmness and the fulfillment and the stillness of the 10 of Coins. That's the goal there. So if you don't fall for it, you're not going to look foolish, and I don't see you do, right? 6 of Wands. It's all about success and victory. So great. You succeed. You get what you came here for. They don't. Because you're not approaching this. You're not the one texting people. They're doing it to you. Now, let's look at you now, because obviously you're the most important part of this whole thing. I had to cover those because you have to know what's going to be, it's like satellite energies around you. This is your downfall, this Knight of Cups. This is how you are feeling toward them. In a way, you do want to be there for them. You do want to be the self-sacrificing person and like take care of it. Don't do it. All right? You are in a real stable position right now. You are real good. You're super independent. You're killing it with your career. Like, everything is going well. You're stable. You have a network. So why are you going to go head first into the 10 of Cups reversed? This is a pie in the sky, and it is. It's a pie in the sky idea, whatever this is. It's a pie in the sky, unattainable, non-reality. It's Neptune. This card is Neptune, the malefic effects of Neptune. So put your focus on where the love is, where the love already is, right? Connect with the people that you have established relationships with. Feed those with more of your love. Feed your children with more love, your parents with more love, your best friends with more love. Give love, give love, give love. Okay? The more love you give, the more quickly this situation will dissolve and disappear from your life. And this person either has to change, or they know like they can't come knocking on Scorpio's door ever again unless they do change. It's pretty black and white at this point. because you're over it, you know? And let's look at the star card, 9 of coins. So we get the 9 of cups, we have the 9 of coins, 10 of coins. The thing with a judgment card is you don't even have to have an epiphany. You don't even have to have this moment of illumination. And I don't think you're going to get it. You're not going to get that boom, now you see everything clearly. No. But you don't have to sit around and wait for that, because as it stands right now, you truly do have all the information that you need. And the information that you need is you don't like being treated that way, period. You don't like the way they treat you. You don't like the way they behave. And that's it. So your liberation, your freedom, your healing, your optimism is the optimism in yourself. This is an energetic investment in yourself, the energetic investment in what you know you can do. And I know you know that it's paying off, because you're seeing it in your bank account, or you're seeing it with your deep connections with your friends. You're seeing it with possibilities of things in the future. I really do think some of you are making major strides in like your location, right? North Node in the 9th house. Maybe you're doing a lot of traveling. You're reconnecting with where you grew up, or you're returning back to where you came from. And it's giving you a sense of purpose, right? You're kind of connecting the dots, right? Because if you have a dot, like one single dot, you can draw a line in any direction, right? Left, right, up, down, horizontal, like an infinite number of directions that you can. But if you have 2 dots, like where you came from and where you are now, it tends to draw just one single line. And it gives you that direction that you've probably been looking for a long time. Returning back to where you came from launches you. Now, it doesn't have to be the actual physical location where you were born. I just mean like the true essence of you, that womb of creation where you came from. So I think a lot of things are starting to make sense. A lot of things are becoming clear. And this Ace of Wands, more exciting than ever. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. There is such sharpness of mind through Virgo season for you guys, even with the Neptune opposition. The Neptune opposition only just brings out the weirdos, but when it comes to you, like, you're on point. You're able to articulate what you need, you're able to make things clear, you're able to kind of orchestrate your life and delegate where you need to delegate. So there's no problems. And I feel an absolute readiness, like I was saying in the very first couple of cards I pulled out in the general on YouTube. Like, you are ready. Like, are you ready to make $1 million? Are you ready to get married? Are you ready to let your love free? Because that's probably what's going to be happening in the next several months. I think that the Saturn-Pluto conjunction for you is living so authentically and not keeping everything so hidden all the time. You're allowing stuff to surface and you express it. It surface and express. And through that process, you carve a path so clear that your whole social circle starts to change, your whole revenue system changes, and it's because of this sharpness of mind that's coming online for you right now. Okay? This Ace of Wands is super exciting. Work on your energy now. Do the meditations now. Focus on what you want right now. Don't waste this time. Between Virgo and Capricorn season, a lot of stuff is going to be happening. It's going to be eventful. All right? So, especially when the sun comes into Scorpio and opposes Uranus. Uranus retrograde. Yeah, this Virgo or this earth energy. Hoy. See, even here you're looking back, turned to it. Your back is turned to a lot of stuff. I don't know. There's people you just, so annoyed. So annoying. And because of that, because you ignore what they're trying to, like, you're going to be able to smell out the fake offers, and you're going to be able to smell out the real offers. You're going for the real offers. There's no fooling you. So Six of Swords reversed, though, it's the tension between, okay, yes, I'm going to go. Jane says this, but then the reality is you're still kind of tethered to something in this life, in this reality. You haven't quite figured out how to jump ship on this timeline. And like, excuse me. You haven't quite figured how to jump ship on this timeline into a different timeline. Maybe in the next few months, that's what it's going to really be about. How do you jump ship on your current timeline? It's going to be drastic. And I know you're ready, and I keep saying the word, yes, you're ready, you're ready, you're ready. But when you're standing at the ledge and it's really time to jump off, are you going to jump off? There may be some hesitation for you at this point because you are tethered, whether it's to this person or you're tethered to a job, you're worried about your finances and all of that. Those things are your anchors. They are keeping you down. I don't see energy of people here lifting you up except for the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands. I know you have family. I know you have like really supportive people in your life. Those are the people that you need to be listening to right now, and they just want the best for you. Like, they just want you to be happy. Ace of Wands again. This is the good kind of celebration. We like a Three of Cups upright, right? We really do. We like it because it's joyful. It is celebratory, similar to the Four of Wands. It's grounded. I'm thinking about this Hermit. I'm like, wait. I would love to tell you that this Ace of Wands is going to be something, I think it's different than this one, right? They're the same, in the same kind of line, but they're different opportunities. This one is going to come through a social setting from someone that you know, but it's going to be really quiet. It's going to come in when you are in a place of solitude. It's probably going to come into your mind. It's not going to be external. It's going to pop in, and then you're not going to be able to stop obsessing about it. It's going to be a whole thing. And it's going to grow and grow and grow and grow, and it's going to become deep-rooted in you to the point where you're not going to be able to deny its existence, and you're going to have to do something about it. But for now, just allow your life, just allow your soul, your mind, your heart to be receptive to what your guides have for you, because they have really amazing gifts for you. I don't want to see you not hearing it. And then Page of Cups, last but not least, the Knight of Wands. Same thing here. To be protective of it, to filter it out. It's going to be real abrasive. Someone that comes in loud and flashy. Please do not get distracted. Scorpios love a Knight of Wands energy because it's so opposite. This is, sorry. This is so free-flowing and optimistic, and it's tends to be kind of, glamorous, and it does kind of have a similar style. I think the Scorpio style, which is real streamlined and super sexy, but this one is kind of the same, but it has some flair to it. It's like a little more sparkly, a little bit more crazy, but I think you're drawn to that style. So it can be a little disorienting, right? Don't get distracted by shiny objects. The Knight of Wands is definitely a shiny object, and they're going to have something sweet, like a little sweet nothing to tell you, but you need to be protective of it. Same thing as the Emperor, same thing as the Knight of Swords, same thing as the King of Swords reversed. So you just have to focus on you. That's it. That's That's all you got to do. Okay, Scorpio, I hope you have an amazing Virgo season. I wish you nothing but the best. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.